I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it better than a 1 because it wasn't potato, but it wasn't great. I've heard this song playing the game. I never realized it had this large of oh great, we're in Russia. I never realized it had this large of a production before. Like, this entire orchestra and chorus doing it. Although I guess I should have realized that from how it sounds. Okay, this black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white style of railing is Russian. This terrain does not look like Russia usually looks. I think we're over in the far East Asia-y part of Russia. I don't know why I feel that way. Just the kind of trees, the kind of terrain. Are we, like, over in this stuff somewhere? I mean, that car definitely... That car looks Japanese. Which also indicates we're over here, because there's a lot of Russian buying old, used Japanese cars. You know, it occurs to me, we might actually just be in Japan. Somewhere rural. No, that license plate doesn't look Japanese. That license plate looks Russian. But the vehicle looks Japanese. So... yeah. I think... And notice the driving is on the wrong side of the steering. The steering wheel is the wrong side for a car that's driving on the right-hand side of the road. The steering wheel's built wrong for that. Which means, yeah, we're in Russia seeing a Japanese car. We're over in here somewhere. We've got to be. So the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, like, did a cover of the video game song? Although I suppose it's entirely possible the video game song was taken from something classical already. It's actually a town here. Oh, you know what else is another good video game song done by orchestra and chorus is the Skyrim song. They've done that one with orchestral versions of it, because it was kind of already a pretty big production in the first place. I don't remember the name of the Skyrim song, but you know what I mean. The one about the Dragonborn is coming, yada yada, that sounds like it's some kind of Viking song. I don't remember the name of it. Aha! I got off on the side road. I don't know if this helps or not. It probably doesn't. This actually is the road out of town. Oh, wow. I wonder if I can find the name of this town on a sign. Because even though it's not a very big town, this part of Russia is really depopulated, like even more than Russia usually is. So a small town like that will be on the map. But Ugh. Okay, so this is the way I went the first time. It's a fairly sizable river, but it's actually really shallow, too. And currently rainy and flooded. Actually, this might not be as big a river as I thought. Well, it's got quite a bit of flow to it. But just because it looks shallow and wide? No, these are recently broken off trees. This is flooded out. This is not its normal size. Okay, and it is, if I understand from the direction of the waves on these blocks in the water, this is downstream. So compass is that way for downstream, indicating the waters are going that way, which would be right for this coast, and would be wrong for anywhere over here. None of these rivers should be going toward the east. They should all be going north, or if they're over here, west, or if they're over here, south. Eastward, it's got to be over on this side of the country. I mean, there's a possibility we're in here. This area gets kind of hilly and green too, around Lake Baikal. But I just feel this looks Chinese in a way I can't quite say. Just the style of trees up the hills and everything. And these trees here. This just looks very Chinese to me. So I think we're over here, and I'm trying to work out what might be the river. Like that, for example. Except then there should be a town. Oh, there is a town south of here, isn't there? Wasn't this where the town was? No, that's not right. It doesn't curve correctly. Maybe, no, it doesn't curve right. I didn't cross two different rivers, I only crossed one. I wasn't in a town to begin with. That river looks way too huge. That's just way too big of a river to be what we were crossing there. What we were crossing is a smaller river that's been swelled. And road bends the wrong way. Are there any roads over on this side? There are. I wonder if it could be this here. I don't even know if this is mapped. I got a minute left. I'm trying in vain to find what possibly might be the river. It's a really thin clue. And that's too many pieces of river at once. I don't know if this is even mapped in here, though. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what happens. Let me go there. It didn't let me click. I was right! Holy crap! I'm glad it didn't take my click when I tried moving it. Holy cow! I am glad I didn't take my click. I was saying, you know what, I'm downing myself, let's put it back over here. And I was mad at first that it didn't take my click when I tried clicking it over here. Now I'm really glad it didn't. Oh my god! Because this is a very minor river, but it's currently swelled when the picture was taken. And that's the kind of thing I was looking for. But then when I went over here, I noticed that there's a zillion of them, and then that made me feel kind of depressed because I couldn't figure out which one it was. But this is the sort of thing that looks right for the kind of river we saw. It's a lot of little forks all over the place, because the area is very wet, and the river, it doesn't tend to stay in one shit. There's like water everywhere, so it spreads out all over. This looked like the right kind of water to be the swollen river we saw. But I have no idea how I randomly guessed the correct bridge. I was looking for a place where the road goes south over a river and then bends to the right. And then there's a very small town after that happens. That is the clues I was looking for. But that could have been a lot of places on here. Jeez. I'm happy about that one. I was going to give that one a bad score. I am giving that one a 5. Wow. I have no idea how. How did that get... Wait a minute. Other than this one, that was like my best one. How was that my best one? How? It's middle of freaking nowhere in Russia, and the only clue I had was just what the terrain looks like. Wow. I don't want to wow myself and brag, but I'm not bragging. I'm astonished at random luck. Okay. Well, that was... You know what? I was going to do another round, but I feel like I should quit and leave on that note. It is also after 6 a.m.